U.S. government says it is seeing a sharp rise in petitions for skilled foreign worker visas during the first week of this year's application season.
It's a sure sign that the economy here in the U.S. is improving, and not just Americans are taking advantage of it. Remzi Kulen is an expert in immigration law, and he's here with us to discuss foreign nationals coming to the U.S. and getting their education. Are they keeping it here or taking that education elsewhere?
We see it both ways. Some people come here as students on an F1 visa. They stay here for a while, and their main goal is to actually go back and do something in their own country. But the government here gives them an opportunity to stay here after their bachelor degree, after the completion of their bachelor degree or master degree. The government actually issues them an EA, the Employment Authorization Card, which is valid for 1 year. So it's government's policy to actually encourage these people, these students, to stay here and at least get their training or internship or a full-time job in this 1 year, so they can work anywhere they want during this 1 year period.
Now, does the U.S. really need these highly skilled foreign workers, especially in this economy where so many people are out of work?
That's actually the bottom line question. Are these workers stealing jobs from the U.S. workers? Are these foreign workers stealing jobs from the U.S. workers, or are they actually coming to the U.S. to fill in a need? You can look at it both ways, but I can tell you that foreign workers coming here and stealing jobs from the U.S. Workers is very overrated. It's actually what we see is a lot of talented people come here, a lot of talented people come here and compete for the good positions, and they actually bring in talent. There's actually government policies to keep these people here, especially in the fields of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Right. Well, understand we've seen kind of a brain drain take effect over the last 10 to 15 years, and the U.S. is trying to attract foreign people who are looking to fill these high-tech, high intelligence requiring or high degree requiring positions. But at the same time, we see China reaching out big time to get people who are educated here to go over there.
It's always a contest. Who is going to get the most talented people? Because if you look at the history, U.S. was always the magnet in attracting foreign talent, and right now it's maybe other countries. But the program that is specifically dealing with this is the H-1B program, where a specialty occupation is required for the H-1B application, and if a U.S. company offers a foreign worker that kind of specific position, a specialty occupation which requires a bachelor degree in a specific field, they can get it for an aggregate period of 6 years. And that's usually when a student comes in, they use their 1 year OPT, which is the Employment Authorization Card, and then the U.S. employer can actually petition for them for the H-1B program.
Let me jump in here for a second. How much has this new direction that Homeland Security has taken impinge on this program you're talking about?
Well, this has been applied for many years. The H-1 program is there for many years. And
but for students who say come from the Middle East, for example, who may have been unfairly profiled or targeted, does this provide an unfair disadvantage for those kids?
No, not really. It's open to everybody. Actually, H-1B program is open to all of the foreign nationals. And there are some specific other programs for Canadians, for Mexicans, for Australians, and for Singapore and Chile nationals. But other than that, the H-1B program is open to all foreign nationals.
So if I'm a student and I'm here,
yes,
can you just take us quickly step by step on what the process is?
Yes. Let's say you're a student here and you have completed in your country or in the U.S. a bachelor degree or a master degree. You're not qualified to apply for an H-1B. What you need to do is you need to find a job, which is really difficult in this kind of economy. But let's say you found a job and the company wants to sponsor you for a work visa. The most important thing is whoever is sponsoring you, which company is sponsoring you, you can only work for that company. And the applications actually start on April 1st, which is 6 months before the start of the fiscal year. You can apply as early as April 1st. The earliest employment date can be October 1st. And there's actually a quota for it. 65,000 people every year, and an additional 20,000 people who have actually completed their master's degrees here in the U.S.
Now, typically, do those spaces fill up really quick, and is there a waiting list?
That's a good question, and that shows how the economy evolves. If you talked about this about 4 or 5 years ago, I would tell you if you didn't apply in the first week, you wouldn't get into the quota.
Wow.
In the last 2 years, we see that the quota is being filled up in about 8-9 months, sometimes 10 months. This year, actually, it is going so fast, it may even be filled up in about 5-6 months of time.
Wow.
So that shows you how the economy actually evolves and how it transcends to the actual H-1B filings.
I would imagine this provides a real incentive for young people who are in school or just setting out to get a job to go out there, land something quickly, and then take advantage of that to be able to stay.
Yeah, better be quick.
And can you bring your family?
Yes, you can actually bring your family. With the H-1B program, you can bring your spouse. The only thing you need to show is you are really married. And you can bring your children who are 21 years or older. Okay. But unfortunately, it doesn't allow the spouses to work here.
Okay. And of course, we talked about this once before. That whole idea of proving that you're married really has become a big test now.
Well, in the H-1B context, it's not that much difficult. If you're living together, if you have a child together, it's easy.
All right, well, we thank you so much for your insight and analysis.
Thank you so much for having me.